How's it going? I've got 1:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, July the 29th, 2025. I want to cover a guy who I think should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame, but in his last year of eligibility, he only got 5% of the vote. I think you need 70% or 72%, whatever it is. How does a guy get only 5% of the vote when I list all this guy's stats? Who am I talking about? Michael Young. Have you heard of him? He played from 2000 to 2013, Texas Rangers. Then he played for Philadelphia and then just a little bit for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think Michael Young should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I will prove it. Let's look at his career. 2000, he gets drafted, gets into 2 games in September. 2001, he's 24 years old. So that first, from age 20 to 24, he missed opportunity in the major leagues. If he had gotten drafted at age 20, then at age 21, 22, and 23, he would put up some stats, but he didn't. Got going at age 24. 106 games, 96 hits, 249 average. Okay, slow start. His third year, 156 games, Texas Rangers, 150 hits. That's 262. So 3 years in the league, not 300 yet. But Michael Young, in the year, his fourth year, age 26, breaks out. What does he do? 160 games, 106 runs scored. First 100 runs scored season. 204 hits. Fourth year in the league. Breaks 200. Bats 306. 297 total bases. 2004. 114 runs scored. 2 years in a row, 100. 216 hits. 2 years in a row, 200. 99 RBIs. 313 average. 333 total bases. You know what Michael Young just did in his fifth year in the league? 4 for 5. And just missed out going 5 for 5. What do I mean? 100 runs scored, he got 114. 200 hits, he got 216. 100 RBIs, he fell one short, he got 99. 300 or better batting average, 313. 300 or more total bases, 333. So those are the 5 categories. Runs scored, hits, RBIs, batting average, total bases. He went 4 for 5. His 6th year in the league. He's playing now. This is 4 years in a row, over 150 games. He's playing every day. 114 runs scored, 3 years in a row, 100. 221 hits, 3 years in a row, 200. 91 RBIs. 331 batting average, wins the batting title. And he goes 343 total bases. That'll be the most in his career for one season. So the last 3 years, 204 hits, 216, and 221. What does he do in his 7th year? Plays every day. 93 runs scored, 217 hits, 4 straight years, 200 hits. (103 RBIs. First time over 100. 314 batting average. 4 straight years, 300. 317 total bases. 3 years in a row, 300 or more total bases. Michael Young is on a roll right now. 4 straight 200 hit seasons. 2007. What does he do? This will be the eighth year he's playing. Playing every day. 201 hits. I count 5 straight seasons, 200 hits. How many guys have done that in their career? Very few. 5 in a row, 200 hits. 315 average. That's 5 straight seasons, 300 or better. So Michael Young, to me, is proven. He's a hitter with the 200 hits, and he's a 300 batting average with 5 straight seasons, 300. 2008, 102 runs scored. That's 4 times over 100. That's 284. Little down. But comes back 2009, 174 hits. That's 322. 6 seasons over 300. 2010, 186 hits. 284 average. 2011, 213 hits. The 6th time, 200 or more hits. How many guys have 6 200 hit seasons? Not many. That's 338. That'll be his highest batting average. He played 159 games, so it's legitimate. In 2012, 169 hits, 277. 2013 will be his last year. This is the year he got traded from Texas. He plays for Philadelphia and the Dodgers. Why'd they trade him away? This guy had 6 200 hit seasons and 7 seasons over 200, or 7 seasons 300 or better. But his last year, he gets 145 hits and bats 279. So he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons out of 14, 300 or better. 6 seasons out of 14, 200 hits. 2 seasons out of 14, 100 RBIs. Should have been more. And he's got 4 seasons, 100 runs scored. Let's look at the numbers. Now, I said, should he be in the Baseball Hall of Fame? I think so. With the 6 200 hit seasons, the 300 career batting average. But listen to the totals. 1,970 games. He should have stuck around for 2,000 games. Didn't get there. 30 games short. 7,918 at-bats. That's pretty good. 1,137 runs scored. So he breaks 1,000 runs scored. Significant. In 14 years. 2,375 hits in 14 years. Give him a 20-year career. This guy's 3,000 hits, don't you think? If he maintained the pace he was on. I mean, he was a 200-hit guy for 6 seasons. You think he could have got another one in his prime? If he had started earlier, he started at age 23, actually started at age 24. So he missed his first 4 years. Maybe one of those years could have been 200 hits. I think this guy could have had 3,000 hits. 2,375 hits. 441 career doubles. 185 career homers. Not a slugger. But he does pass the 1,000 RBI mark. 1,030. 2 seasons over 100 RBIs and another season 99. And he had another one, and he had 2 others 91 RBIs. So he produced in the RBIs 1,000 for his career. 300 career batting average, I like that. And he gets 3,491 total bases. He had 3 seasons in a row, 300 or more total bases. Is he worthy of the Baseball Hall of Fame? Yes. You know why? Because I'm going to compare him with another guy. Let's see what you think. Have you heard of Scott Rowland? He made the Baseball Hall of Fame. Let's compare Rowland's stats to Michael Young. So Rowland got into 2,038 games. That is a total of 68 more games Scott Rowland played than Michael Young. He got to 7,000. Rowland had 7,398 at-bats. Michael Young had 7,900 plus, so he had 600 more at-bats. Rowland had 1,211 runs scored. He had 2 seasons over 100. Young, 1,137. So Rowland beat him by about 100 in runs scored. But Rowland had 2,077 hits. Michael Young had 2,375. So Michael Young had 300 more hits. Rowland had more runs scored career, but Young had more hits. In the doubles, Young had 441. Rowland, 517. So I'm impressed there. Rowland was a doubles machine. Triples, Young had 60. Rowland had 43. So Young won there. RBIs, Young had 1,030. Rowland had 1,287. So Rowland was better in the RBIs. Looks like he had 5 100 RBI seasons. I wonder if that gives him the edge, but he's producing in the RBIs, Rowland. But Young is producing better in hits and batting average, because Rowland ended up with 281 average, and Rowland never had 200 hits in a season, where Young had 6 of them. Who's a better hitter, Young or Rowland? Young is a better hitter, 300 batting average, versus Rowland's 281. Rowland ended up with 3,628 total bases. Young, 3,491. So that's about 150. So they're comparable there in the total bases. But you know that Rowland made the Baseball Hall of Fame? Rowland is a better defensive guy. They marveled at his play at third base. But Young wasn't too bad either. Rowland struck out 1,400 times. Young, 1,200 times. Here's the trivia question of the day. If Scott Rowland gets voted in by the Baseball Hall of Fame, why doesn't Michael Young get voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, where Young is a better hitter, 6 200 hit seasons, 300 career batting average? Rowland, 2,000 hits. Young, 2,375 hits. Rowland, 281 career batting average. Who's a better hitter? Young. Michael Young is a better hitter than Scott Rowland. Rowland, he got about 150 more RBIs career than Young. So he produced in RBIs. But as far as runs scored, Rowland beat him by about 60, so that's not much there. I question the baseball writers. Why didn't you vote Michael Young in if you're voting Scott Rowland in? Nothing against Scott Rowland. He was a good defensive player. Do I think he deserves the Baseball Hall of Fame? Scott Rowland? It could be that way or that way. His numbers are not that great. He had a 281 career batting average, but he was good on defense. I think the defensive part of Rowland's game got him in. Now, Young, he was pretty good on defense too. I saw him make a lot of plays. I saw him watch him on TV, Texas Ranger games. What do you think? Should Michael Young be in the Baseball Hall of Fame? I think so, yes. Because you know what stood out to me? 6 200 hit seasons, and it's a 2,375 hits in 14 years. But you can, if you look closely, it's 12 years. Because the first year he only played 2 games, and the last year he played 21. 12 and a half, 13-year career, 2,375 hits. Give him 20 solid seasons. He gets over 3,000 hits. And why did Michael Young retire? He should have kept going. I think he had a contract negotiation, and he said, you know what? I'm going to hang it up, from what I've read. Big mistake, Michael. Should have kept going. You're only 36. You could have gone until age 40. Why not? Some team would have taken you, and you're a good hitter. 300 career batting average. There's some other guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame that have less hits than Michael Young, too, and they're in. So I think Michael Young got robbed. The mistake Michael Young made, retiring too soon. Michael, you should have played 20 years. You could have had maybe close, you probably could have had 2,800, maybe 3,000 hits at the pace you were going. We're done, Michael Young. That's my ranting and raving about him. He should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was pretty good. Who's next? All right, here's a guy from the 1930s and 40s. 300 career batting average. I'm going to look at this guy's career. His name is Wally Burger. Have you heard of him? I haven't. But he had some good years. He had this one solid year. Only 11 years in the big leagues. But this guy can hit too. So we're going to look at Wally Burger next. I'm out.